book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 6. It's the sign that Uriah was talking about. Verse 6. And the Most High said furthermore unto him, put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh.
If Moses was white,
or Caucasian, or Edomite,
or red and hairy,
right,
as the Bible describes him, what would be the significance of making his skin in the same tone, a slightly different tone?
Right.
To show what he did, he took the black and made it white.
Right. That's a miracle.
It said leprous.
Right.
As snow.
Right.
So it was white.
Yes, leprosy.
That was whiter than red and hairy.
Right.
And leprosy is a disease in which your skin turns white.
Yeah.
That's why so-called so-called vitiligo.
What would have been the miracle if he just was already a Caucasian?
Right.
You feel me? Like that wouldn't have made no king or nothing. Look at that like, oh man, you just
right. That was just right. It was just been look like a little magic trick.
That's why Charles Heston couldn't perform that sign.
Yeah, you see how they turned the camera away? And that old movie Ten Commandments.
Yeah.
They ain't show that part. They showed it, but then when it was time to show the hand, they turned the camera.
Right.
Yeah, because that really, you can't even pull that off.
Right.
So like I say, so that shows you right there that what color these people are. That when we get and see when Esau was born, this is the way he came out. Mm-hmm. Red and hairy all over, like a hairy garment.
And second witness, y'all can write this down as well, is Numbers 12, verse 10. Same thing happened to Moses' sister Miriam. Mm-hmm. She spoke against Moses, and the Most High put it on her, and she turned leprous, white as snow.
And they put it outside the camp.
Yeah. So these are just characteristics showing you that even the ancients of our people were people of color. You know what I'm saying? They was never, or what you would call people that got melanin in their skin. They was never known as Caucasian.
What was the second witness?
Numbers 12 and 10. Yeah, 12 and 10, yeah. Genesis, be back on Genesis. Genesis chapter 25.
25. All right, we're back at Genesis 25 and 25.
White castle.
I be smelling white castles.
Now we over here eating.
It was that sub thing that was going on. I didn't even see her.
Everybody there? All right, let's get it. And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out. And his hand took hold of Esau's heel. Mm-hmm. And his name was called Jacob.
Oh.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Okay, and then also, go ahead.
Okay, we got, what happened when they was born was very prophetic. And y'all should write this down as well, because the babies came out, they were struggling. And then they came out, and Jacob came out right behind Esau holding his heel. Mm-hmm. It was the whole thing was prophetic in a sense. It's in the Apocrypha, 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verses 6 through 9 is going to tell you what all that meant right there. All right, 2nd Ezra 6, verse 6. 6 through 9. 6 through 10, I'm sorry. 2nd Ezra 6, verse 6 through 10. And it's going to explain what that whole thing meant. Why did he hold his heel like that? What happened? Alright, 2nd Ezra 6 and 6. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also shall they be ended, and by none other. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Lord, when the world go in, right? Mm-hmm. Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. You just read that, right? Verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob, the Israelites, is the beginning of it that followed. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question, Ezra, ask thou not.
And it goes to also, like, this is Esau's time right now.
Who's running the world?
Who's running the world? Who's got all the wealth? Who's got all the gold? Who's got all the silver? And their names reflect that.
The so-called Caucasian.
Right.
Their biblical name is Esau, the Edomite. They are the end of the world, and as soon as they fall, Christ's kingdom, the Israelites come up.
In Revelations 2 and 9 and 3 and 9, where we're going to go, you're going to see that the Messiah is talking to a people about another people. And he say, I'm going to make them come and worship before your feet. We just read where the elder is going to serve the younger.
Yes.
But it's not that time yet. We can't get high-minded. We have to endure to the end because we want to get to that point.
Right.
All this, like being of the world, come out from them and not doing what they do, we know what we got if we endure to what he promised us. This is what we must do each and every day of our life. We trying to take them steps without wavering to get to this point. Let's keep reading.
Yeah, that 27.
Genesis 25.
25 and 27.
So the whole thing was symbolic and showing you that at the end of this common world that you know of, as soon as they fall without separation, the children of God come up. And he was holding Esau's heel. They know that at the end of Esau is the beginning of Jacob. We got next. Straight up. We got next.
Genesis 25 and 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
Was a what?
A cunning hunter.
Uh-huh.
Who's the cunning hunters of the day? That's
It says that Esau was a deceitful man.
Right. So he was a cunning hunter. I mean, he was cold at hunting. And all you gotta do is look at cable television today. It show you who's best hunters and all that. You feel me? Right.
Not only that, he specialized in venison, which is derby.
Yes,
and they always got a deer head in all of their houses.
Don't you? Don't you? Bro, one of the bros got a neighbor that was cutting a deer head off. I was trying, and offered him some. Offered him some. Like, hey, man, you want some venison? If it was they be playing out their role unknowingly all the time.
but what we gonna see here though? See, venison was something that we ate.
Yeah, no doubt.
We as a people ate. We just got certified. You know, you can go out and get you one.
Yeah.
They ain't stopping us from doing that. We just wasn't raised on it.
Right.
You know, it's just not a part of our palate anymore.
Cut that head.
But the fact is, you're going to see here that when all this went down between Jacob and Esau, it was Isaac who told Esau, go away. Give me some of that venison.
Venison quite good.
There you go.
I eat venison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's keep reading.
It's just Esau was uncooked. Yeah. Like they do, they eat their food not always cooked. Right. The Bible tell you cook your food all the way through. Ain't gonna be no blood. But they eat steak tartare. Steak medium rare. Very bloody. You feel me? That's his characteristic.
But you see how we are as cooks. Their mother took a goat and seasoned it and made it taste like venison. He couldn't even tell the difference. That's how we get